Hello? See if we can get back. Oh, no, there we go. I jinxed it into coming back on by posting on the Discord that I might not be able to. I called the universe's bluff with that one. Sorry about that little ISP trouble, but I think we're back. Let me see if I can log back into the game and stuff. Hi, you missed me? Thanks for waiting. That's always tough. I was just asking Lettuce if she knows anything about this. She's got anything to do with it back there. Opportunity to have a little coffee. There we are. What was Hazel talking about when we got cut off? What was I talking about? I felt like I had something. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Here, we can do this while I get it loaded up. I hope that I am still in my delve. I was largely through it. Although I guess I learned some stuff, so maybe it'll be better. Universe didn't like the computer rearranging. Fully convinced one of the pets biting through a cable. Nah. Sometimes internet just goes down. Not very often, thankfully. Not an everyday occurrence for us. And it doesn't usually seem to stay out very long, but every once in a blue moon, it'll just be like, well, you're offline. Whoop. Thought I heard a sound. Maybe it was just me. Okay, let's see if we're still in here. Your fish needs a surname of B. Lettuce B? Lettuce B. Alright, I'll bite. Why? I don't think any of the pets have ever bitten through. Moose has chewed on internet cables before, but he was a little baby. And he didn't mean it. And he did mean it, but like, he never went all the way through it. Oh, let us be. Let us be what? I'm dumb! How is the cat doing? She's good. I gave her a treat. She did a week of antibiotics recently, and I got kind of in the habit of giving her like a half of a licky treat to give her a pill every morning and evening. And now that she's finished her course, she's like, what the hell gave me my stuff? So I've just continued giving her treats sometimes. Okay. Am I still in? Oh, I'm still in. It didn't reset me. That's excellent news. In her case, it would let us be a fish. Just that I keep hearing let us when you say lettuce. Lucky cat. Yeah, she's a good girl. I think she's feeling a little bit better. She's not that lucky. I'm only giving her I started budgeting because I needed so many of them, so I was giving her half a tube every 12 hours. About 50 cents worth of treat for the lucky girl. She likes it, though. And then the dog gets horrifically jealous. I need to find some robots to bust this thing open. Maybe these ones over here. Pachanga5, thank you very much for the 2-month resub. Appreciate it. Here, you know what happens when you disconnect for 5 minutes is your cooldowns come back. I had a nice little break. I got up, I rebooted my router, I fed the fish. I had a little bit of coffee. I was trying to have a think of like, well, if it is out for the morning, what on earth do I do? I guess I could clean my house. Trying to think of things that I can do that are productive that are like offline. Go just weed in the garden for the morning. But we're back. And I'm excited because I really want to do these delves for... Glory the Midnight Delver. I think I can get it today. This is the last, these 3 delves that are all up on the correct story is the last component I need for Glory the Midnight Delver. And that's going to give me a mount. Is it getting warmer? During the day, yeah. We've had some sunny days that are getting much nicer and toastier, but it's still really cold at night. Which is kind of annoying for wanting to like plant stuff outside. It's still kind of flirting with freezing and frost at nighttime, even though we're like 10 days into April now. But it's like sort of summery during the daytime. I went outside wearing a t-shirt without a jacket on. That was newsworthy. That was a milestone of the year. I need to clean my apartment too. Friday chore. Hope everyone's doing good in the chat. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. I took some blinds down in my office that I wasn't using because I'm much more of a curtains girly anyway. And I've been trying to get rid of them, but they're really kind of old and grimy, and a bit wonky. And also, they're a bit... I didn't realize the dump has like a size limit on things. I don't know if they would actually practically give you a hard time about it. But anyways, I've been slowly dissecting various objects that I want to get rid of to get them within the correct parameters for disposal. So I've been with scissors just like chopping up lines. Next week looks like we're going to the 60s Fahrenheit. Let's do a little DPS cooldown here, huh? I want another transmog for my warrior, but I don't know what. I was thinking maybe a chain kini and some big pants. Guys, watch the race. Is this not interesting to you? We have it. I mean, I can't speak for everybody else. I have it on. I was going to say I watched it, but I guess it's not over, is it? I'm not that dialed in. I enjoyed watching Illyria. That was cool. It is. Or did they kill it? I can't remember. I was just happy there was a secret phase. I thought that was funny. Saskatchewan had another snowstorm midweek. It's supposed to be up to 9 degrees. Went with your strategy from yesterday. Changed Valera to be a DPS. Del felt much quicker. Yeah, I don't know when, because I swear I tried her at the beginning of the expansion and she sucked. But maybe she's leveled up to a point that she's actually effective now. I'm going to go to Shadowguard Point next. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Shadowguard Point and then Gulf of Memory. And those are my last ones for my meta. Blaine2466, thank you very much for the 71-month resub. Hi, Hazel. I always enjoy your streams. Thank you very much. Yeah, this stuff was a little bit annoying to find. I feel like the icon kind of blends into the map a little bit. Levels make a difference, plus the rank 4 curios. Yeah. Yeah, she's trucking now. And I'm sure her healing is still good, but maybe I just don't need it as much. A little upgrade. Crinkle getting a couple little baby pieces of gear here and there. I'll be back in Voidstorm later doing Sojourner questing. Although I think I need it in Zul'Aman first. I think Zul'Aman I'm missing more, like just a small handful of storylines for Sojourner. And it'll be a good way to level. Okay. This one, it feels weird to do non-bountiful delves, but it feels a little less bad on a leveling alt anyway. Vasilthan, thank you very much for the 18-month resub. Hi, Hazel. Hi, how are you? I almost thought you forgot about us. Nah, I could never. I had a little bit of internet disruption. I did start on time, but I DC'd a little bit for a minute here. Hopefully that's the end of that. Hopefully it's not one of those days where it keeps happening. The weather's okay outside, so I can't say it's like a wind thing. It looks nice out. It's lovely. I keep hoping that one of these days, now that I have this new angle, that Moose will come in and kind of settle himself into the bed in the corner, because I feel like we could see him from here. But he's napping on the couch today. I think we have finally made it through winter. Knock on wood. I'm so excited. Halfway through April, winter might finally be showing signs of defeat. Are things blooming? I can't say blooming without wanting to say blooming onion. I don't know where that brain rot came from, but I can get rid of it. Bloomin' onion. It's probably from some TV show that I've never even seen. No flower sighting yet. So, this is the Calamitous story. What do they want me to do? I guess I'll just find out. Carr has designed? Oh, Carr has deigned to chill in bed with me all morning, but I have things to do. That's probably meant to be cat. Unless you've named your cat Carr, which I think would be kind of sick. Cat, yeah. Carr would be a great cat. Finally winter's over. I'm just imagining being at the vet and them being like, listen, we're ready to see Camry, Corolla, and Civic. Often keep my car warm in bed with me. I mean, how else are you going to defrost the darn thing? The car's a Jaguar. Lambo. Only if it's a really fast cat. Poor kiddo asked to go play in the snow. We had one snow this winter. I had a plan to get us there, but we both got the flu. Aw. That's a bummer. There's always next year it happens. I used to root for snow so hard when I was a kid. Mostly because I didn't want to go to school, and you wanted it to be a snow day, but it had to really snow for them to actually cancel like the buses and stuff. A little snow wouldn't do it. You needed it to be kind of catastrophic. So every time you'd be watching the Weather Network in the forecast, you'd be like, lower, lower. Or you'd see like a bunch of precipitation coming in, and you'd be like, okay, if the degrees just drop another like 5, we'll be in business. Because we had a great property for playing in the snow at the time. They did have a closure in mid-March here for freezing rain. Oh, wow. Don't remember ever having a snow day. Lived in Greater Victoria. Yeah. I don't think... I think it takes a lot more weather for Greater Victoria to have, like, intense snow. They did have it once when I lived there. We called it Snowmageddon. It was, like, a couple of feet of snow, which was weird. But because you're surrounded by ocean on, like, 3 sides, it's harder for that region to get like snow days. I grew up island where it was a little bit more weathery. It isn't like 4 feet of snow you had to go to school. Business as usual. Overload the void stabilizers with arcane charges. Okay. I think I did it. Grew up in Arizona, never got a snow day. I'm guessing they don't let you out of school on account of it being too hot for anybody. I suppose there's air conditioning. I would have died. Couldn't have made it. I always had a hard time dressing for really hot weather because it would be colder in some spaces, and the amount of layers that you have to pack around to pull on and take off. And visit some parts of California where the weather is sunny most days. Whenever I visited Southern California, I always felt like I didn't trust it. It's like, what do you mean it's November? And it's just like 24 and sunny Celsius. What do you mean? It's November. Where is the gloom? Where is the fog? Where is the freezing rain? What do you mean it's like this all year round? What deal did you guys pull? Someone did something and I don't trust it. It feels fake to me. It feels like I'm in like I know that's the actual climate, but it just doesn't, I don't like it. It doesn't feel real. Yeah, I like having seasons. The dark season grates on me after a while, but it makes me appreciate the spring that much more, I think. Spring has been summer temps this year. In LA, the gloom is in June. If you grew up in Victoria, the lower mainland, you eventually get tired of trying to explain it doesn't snow a lot, but it doesn't mean you're a fake Canadian. Yeah, true. I don't think it makes you a fake Canadian. I don't think it makes me a fake Canadian. It does mean that whenever people start complaining about the weather, I will only join in with disclaimers. Like, I am well aware that the weather that I grew up with is not nearly as inhospitable to humanity as somebody growing up in, like, you know, Winnipeg or Fort St. John. Where's the place with all the polar bears? Wherever that is. Earthquakes, really not a big deal. Knock on wood. Most of them aren't. I'm a little afraid of a big one, though. Grew up in Washington State, rained all the time. Yeah, the real silent, sneaky thing about the weather around here is just the humidity in the summer, yes, but the winter mostly. People will sometimes, even if they've come from a place that gets much colder than here, have a hard time with the winter cold in this area because it's a very wet cold. It's wet snow, it's icy, it's like layers of freezing and ice and black ice. It's all very slippery, and the cold like gets in your bones because everything's so damp. I feel like a dry cold is a little bit easier to deal with. Yeah. Sister moved to Fort St. John. I was giving her a hard time about driving my niece to school, and I asked, why can't you walk? And she said, because it's -20 outside. Yeah. Yeah, we always walked to school, but we did not have negative 20 to deal with. I just don't want to tempt fate to give us a catastrophic earthquake in my lifetime. I feel like we've dealt with enough catastrophe. Can we just, like, not? Can we not do that? No. No need. Tectonic plates. Just love each other. Live together in harmony. This one. Please stop shifting. I heard like a big squeak of the couch cushion, and I think it was just my dog rolling over. My husband's out fishing this morning, so it's just Moose and Kira and me. But like, Moose, that was you, right? Freaking me out. All right, last boss time. I was in my feelings about the dumbest thing last night. I was overwhelmed by this feeling that, and even though this is fine and an acceptable state of affairs, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I love Moose more than he loves me. I think I'm the needy one in this relationship. I'm the one that is a little overly obsessed and that maybe needs to tone it down a little bit. Uh-oh. This wasn't supposed to happen. Moose is my dog. That's my puppy. Definitely also the needy one with my dogs. I feel like every pet lover has that moment. Some people with like really like needy pets will talk about like, oh man, stop bugging me for kisses right now. I'm busy, and I'm listening to that being like, what do you mean? Oh, also I'm level 84. I'll take them. Dogs have a teenager time like cats do until they're 3. They have a teenager phase where they're kind of testing their independence and they're not listening, but it's more so like 7 months through 24. He's pretty much out of it now. We'll drop everything if the dog wants lovings, right? Two hands dedicated to scritches. Maybe that's why I feel this way. I'm too easy. Like, he doesn't have to do anything to get me to pay him attention. If anything, I'm the one visiting him being like, hey, what you doing? Can I love on you for a few minutes? Buddy. Alright, we are going to Herondar. Dog does get along with the cat. Yeah, they do good. I spent a very long time introducing them. My cat is about... How old are you? She's going to be 12 this year, I think. And she's blind. And a little stiff. And my dog is like 2. So when I brought him home as a puppy, he was very much the excited hyper baby. And Kira was like not wanting to have any of that, but she also can't see well enough to kind of like evade him. So I spent a long time. We spent like a calendar year keeping them separate and training Moose to be chill around her. But it did pay off. He's very good with her now. I need to go back. I need to take a portal. That's the one. Herondar. Have one. And a needy one. I accept every ounce of neediness from her because I had the non-needy one first. And there was a lot of heartbreak there. I have a Velcro cat that yells outside the bathroom door if I don't let him in. Love him to death, but good grief. Yeah. Kira used to never, ever, ever miss nap time or laundry time. If I'm on the bed to like take a nap or to fold laundry or something, she used to show up like it was her job and she was clocking in and be like, oh man, we doing this? And she would sit in my lap and play with the socks. And she doesn't get up on the bed anymore. And it's a bit sad. She doesn't really like that half of the house for some reason. I don't know why. Black cat as well, trip over him at night constantly. One of my dogs just learned how to open the bathroom door so I don't get a choice anymore. Oh man. Hello? What you doing in here? I love it when a cat checks on you when you're taking a bath and they're just looking in or sniffing, being like, "Whoa, are you alright? This looks bad!" Moose will open doors too, because usually they're not latched. Usually a door that's closed around here is just like mostly closed, so he'll just kind of bonk into it to open it up. But a couple of the doors, and I don't know how he hasn't caught on to this yet, a couple of them are sliding doors, like pocket doors, and those do not open when you bonk into them because they're in a pocket. And he will, even though it's closed, he will walk into it at what sounds like full speed and then go, "Why doesn't this open?" What do you mean? I gotta make sure you're alive. Who will feed them then? Lovefoot is a sleepy cat that insists on going to the bathroom with his owners. Well, I got your back, buddy. Last one for Glory the Midnight Delver, I think. I wonder if that's gonna cool me off on delves at all or not really. I still need to get my journey finished. Gulf of Memory. Cat Dax isn't very good at sitting on laps. He wants to, but he rolls over and then goes liquid and falls off and looks very surprised. Aww. I remember when he was just a baby. It feels like 30 seconds ago. Alright, this is my last story that I've never seen before, so theoretically, after this, I never have to be confused again. Theoretically. Are these an upgrade? They are. Nice. This is Aldmoth Munchies. It's like never bountiful whenever I'm doing delves. Release the moths near the light bloom patches in the ground and they'll eat it. Okay. You betcha. Alright, here's a question. What's a light bloom path? Is it just like this green stuff? I guess I'll just try. Oh, it is. That works, right? It does. Yeah, okay. When is Moosey's birthday? He was born in May. So his birthday's coming up. And then we brought him home in, I think, September? Or was it August? No, I think it was August. He was only 3 months old when we brought him home. So August would math out. So we do his birthday, but we also kind of do his gotcha day a little bit too. It's just really fun to spoil him. This, yeah. I don't mind this. This is alright. Like the Heron Deer area, but I'm over how packed full of mobs it is. I feel like you can't touch down anywhere without pulling aggro. Yeah. I haven't spent a lot of time in Herondar since finishing the moth grind, to be honest. That was the last time I really, like, was patrolling around there. Although maybe now that I'm broke, I'll want to do more, like, gold world quests and weeklies. 3 characters. I'm sure there's an add-on, or I could just have, like, a little checklist reminding myself to do, like, the 4... It would be not a bad amount of gold to just do kind of, like, the main weekly in the city, and then the 4 rep weeklies on all of my alts. You're getting, like, what, 2k gold per? Plus another, like, maybe 4. So, 8, 12... What, like 12k per character, roughly, for doing a batch of weeklies? Is that right? Or am I just making stuff up? I could be just making stuff up. You think we just come on the internet and invent numbers? Kira's birthday must be actually not that far from Moose's birthday. I've always celebrated hers with mine, because I got her on my birthday. But she was presumably a couple of months old at that time. She was small, but she wasn't like... She was, you know, like adoptable. She wasn't a tiny, tiny baby. She was such a little squirmy, sharp thing. It was so long ago, but I remember it so well. She was such a cute baby. Where did the time go? What happened? Am I insane, or is the rate that you get dazed increased? Been getting frustrated trying to get mining and herbing nodes. Not that I know of, but that's frustrating. I wonder if you could use... There used to be a piece of mount equipment that you could use that would prevent you from getting dazed. I wonder if you could put one of those on, and then that would help. Like, if you're mining and herbing while mounted with the spec points that let you do that, and then you have the equipment that prevents dazing, that might help. I don't think it'll prevent them from kicking you, but it would prevent them from dazing you, I think. That's how I feel gathering in Voidstorm. Yeah. I can't believe this is my last story I need. I don't remember what the mount is, and at this point I don't want to look it up. I just want to find out and be surprised. Doing not too bad on midnight mounts, actually. I thought I was slacking, but I'm not doing too bad. There's a couple of farms I haven't really dug into yet. The Hexed Eagle one, actually. Where you're gathering, like, the vile essences, something like that. I feel like I end up using, what is this one? Rampage? Or Raging Blow? Not very often. I'm capped on charges of that pretty often. So many nodes have mobs near them, get knocked off by mount. Think it's Blizzard's way of fighting bots or something. Pretty annoying. Yeah. Oh, speaking of gathering, don't mind if I do. Not the Shards of Dun. I'm so behind on my Shards of Dun. If you had to choose any one activity in WoW, what would it be? Pets, achievements, raiding, housing? Just one? Maybe dungeons with my friends. That's the thing I think that would be the hardest for me to give up. I have so much fun healing keys with my friends. But I also, everything else that I do in the game, I feel like also kind of supports that. To some extent. But yeah, I love healing keys. Not enough to do it for strangers, mind you. Haven't been too focused on midnight mounts, been focused on housing. I need to be a bit more focused on housing. I got more decor I could get. I gotta get a bit more creative about themes for rooms. So far, I've just been like, I'm going to make kitchen. I'm going to make bedroom. And I end up with all this, like, incredible, like, high fantasy decor that I'm just like, where do I put my enchanted, you know, book? I guess you can have enchanted book in the bedroom, but it doesn't feel like it makes as much sense. Hi, I'm Stranger. Will you heal my key? No! I gotta figure out when we're doing keys this weekend. It's Friday right now. I'm excited that 1205 is kind of on the horizon. I just heal them myself. I go back and forth over whether or not I would have fun leveling up and trying out a different spec of healer. Every now and then I almost talk myself into it, and then I go, well, you could just do it on the one you know how to play that you already have gear on. And then I forget why. Forget why I was thinking that in the first place. Yeah, I definitely need a new transmog. I'm enjoying the sweats and the slippers, but need something slightly more warrior-like, but still whimsical. Me, it leans to doing old content for decor items or rep to buy decor. Yeah, decor collecting's great. I appreciate that it's spread over a bunch of different activities. Like, you could do professions, you can do dungeons, you can do, like, old quests. So my friend the other day playfully, I don't need you. I'm a blood DK. I came across a post where somebody had gotten really, like, their feelings quite genuinely hurt because they were a blood decay and their healer friend had told them that it was stressful to heal them because of the health bar bouncing around and stuff. And this had like really upset this poor Death Knight who just thought that they were all having like magnificent fun together. And I don't have any take on the whole situation, but I just thought that was really funny that that had happened. Yeah, the yo-yo is real. I also don't particularly like healing Death Knights, but I always figured they knew that and were okay with it. They're healing themselves. They don't need me to heal them. How's your delve going? Oh, it's going pretty good. This is the last one I need. I think I'm about to get a big achievement here. Hey, there it is. Gigantomonas. That's the glory of the Midnight Delver mount? Huh. I just finished my delve meadow. Really love playing blood. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna like not heal them or anything like that. It's just not quite as relaxing an experience as healing my tried and true brewmaster monk. Alright, let's go somewhere. My Hearthstone is on far too long of a cooldown now. Seeing them out just took all the inspiration you gave me for finishing the achievement away. You don't like it? What do you mean? Oh no. Here, let's get out of here. It's purple. Whispers tell of the Gigantomonas, a titanic creature said to dwell within Azeroth's very veins. Those who claim to have seen it speak of claws vast enough to pierce a dragon's heart, and sharp enough to carve through the finest armor forged by mortal hands. That's a lot of words about a pangolin. I also don't really know how to get out of here. Started yoga again? Yeah. I've I don't do as much as I did before, but I definitely do some. I found a class I can make it to. It's a bit of a drive, but it's worth it. And I do an online class as well. Alright. Where's this new thing? Come on, that's kind of cool. You know what the walking on the knuckles with the huge claws reminds me of? It reminds me of when the girlies have the like 2-inch long acrylic nails. Maybe not 2 inches, but like the really long acrylic nails. And they've adapted to do everything with like their knuckles. You know, you see them on TV and they're like wiping their tears like that. That's what this reminds me of. It's like this mount just got some stunning acrylic stun and doesn't want to break them, so is walking on their knuckles. Me. I don't know how y'all live with the fake nails, but I admire it. It's not for me. I could not live like that. I need my fingers for stuff. She's just trying to slay. Oh, man. Let me paint my pangolin's nails. Armor mounts don't do it for me. I like a naked mount. I know exactly what you mean. I always felt like that way about the bear mounts. I was very excited the first time I got a bear that was just like not like an armored one, but and not even that one. There's a better one. Not the war bear, not the polar bear. Oh, maybe there isn't. I thought I had a less armored bear. Maybe it's this one. Anyway, just like a regular bear. Hey everyone. Hello, how you doing? Do trumpet players have the thing where you have to keep your nails short like string players do? Not necessarily. They would have to be short enough to not, for your left hand to be able to hold the horn correctly. But you could have nails. Love to see a regular low fantasy bear. Yeah, love to give those a try for a while. Miss having longer nails. Yard work's killer on them. Yeah, I love painting my natural nails, but I keep them decently short because it's like maybe it's a sensory thing. I don't know. Having long nails hit stuff before my fingers do tends to kind of get me. Also, I feel like weird about them hygienically. Like, I feel like it would be hard, and I'm sure you still wash your hands with long nails and stuff, but I feel like it would be hard to get them as sterile as I feel like I can get my regular hands with like regular hand washing, I feel like getting in and around and under the nail would be really difficult on like a day-to-day basis, so I would feel like less comfortable with like my, I don't know, germ status if I was gonna, well, I don't know. Never lived with them. It seems hard. Okay, I have rested here, so that's good. Do my own nails when I'm lazy, go all crazy in them, feel like it's a new world having fingers to do things. Didn't want to go back to get them removed, so I would remove them myself. Yeah, I love nail art, and you can't really fit as much of them on a much smaller nail. I also don't have huge nail beds, and I have quite a strong natural C curve on my nails, so even if I grow my natural nails out, they're not going to be nice flat workspaces to paint on. They're going to be tubes like snacks. What am I up to? I got my Glory of the Midnight Delver. I gotta use my keys. Always feel very strange if I don't have them for some time. Yeah, you must get used to them. My own nails is relaxing. I love painting my nails. Even now that I'm not doing any crazy art on them and I'm just painting them like a color, I still really enjoy the ritual of it. I usually pair painting my nails with playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds because it's a video game that I can play with basically just my mouse. So I'm not doing anything that's going to like compress my hands or make me smudge my own nails. But it occupies me for long enough that I'm not gonna get impatient and move on to go start like washing dishes or something before my nail polish is fully cured. I do feel like I have to plan out when I'm doing them in and around other things that would potentially damage like recently painted nails, or that would be a problem. Like if I'm gonna, and I tend to do all of the stuff on like one of my days off. Like I'll want to paint my nails, I'll want to wash and dry my hair, do like a hair wash day, and I also want to work on my aquariums. And I usually have to try to do the nails last, but not right before bed because you don't want to sleep on them either. Because the working on the hair tends to ding them up. And then I don't want to put my hands in my aquariums if my nail polish isn't like 24 hours cured. Kawaii Charms 3D things takes a long time. Hair is soft and thin. I have raptor claws so strong, grow so fast. My hair and nails grow insanely fast whenever I'm taking just like my regular multivitamin, which maybe means something bad about my diet or whatever, but I noticed that the growth rate of my hair and nails, like, I don't know if it doubled or anything, but it goes pretty quick. It's almost annoying when it comes to things like keeping your toenails trimmed because it's like, wait, I just did these. Why are they stabbing again? Hair looks amazing. Oh, thanks. I just caved and decided that I wasn't going to bother trying to wear my curls natural for very much of the time because they just get too, it's just, I don't know, it's just easier to blow dry it and straighten it, and it tends to be a little bit more acceptable. We're doing, I'm not doing an 11, am I? I'm only 260 in this character. What do they say for 8s? They say 244. I could do an 11. I don't need the crests or anything, though. I'm not getting champion, or I'm not getting myth gear. Let's do 8. You died totally fine, of course. Yeah, definitely well-rounded. Do you like a certain nail polish brand, like Holo Taco, whatever's at the drugstore? I would love to try more Holo Taco, but it's like $20 a bottle, Canadian, and then you have to pay shipping, but also duties and tariffs because it comes from the States, ironically. So it's just, I can't budget for that. I usually use whatever's at the drugstore. I have some Essie polishes. I have like some Sally Hansen. Whatever's on sale, honestly. When I lived in the States, I used to use more like Zoya polishes, some OPI. I wasn't hyper loyal to any specific brand, I don't think. Tempted to buy one Holo Taco collection. Oh man, if I still lived in the States, I totally would. If it was less expensive to get them, or if I ever feel like I'm, I don't know, comfortable enough to be able to spend like a couple $100 so that I could do it in one batch and not have to pay shipping multiple times, I would totally stock up. But not for now. Not this year. I like the cute nails, but I can make them half cute with just drugstore polish. Nail art was my COVID hobby. Nail art and aquariums. It's funny how they come back around. I've been really enjoying the aquariums I have now. They're really fun. I have the correct amount. I don't need any more. I am excited to finish stocking my 20-gallon though. I'm ready for more fish. I just need them to get the ones that I want. Exactly my issue with delve difficulty. Either 8 or 11. 9 to 10 done once per account. Useless otherwise. Yeah. I will add in ones. I will do delve ones if I'm leveling, or earlier when I was doing them just to get the stories done on non-downfalls, I would do ones just for the speed of it. My hunter struggles a little more healing-wise. with DPS Valyr. I feel like my priest is able to get away with this a little tiny bit better. Although this is going fast because of Valyr's damage, which I appreciate. I might need to take a second and recuperate or something. I wish I could recuperate her. I bought olives. Oh, fancy. Speaking of random hobbies, seriously considering picking up a musical instrument if I can find the proper resources to get started. The itch has been present. I think it's time to give it a shot. What, is there a category of instrument you're leaning towards? String instruments? Ukulele, guitar? Bowed instruments? Upright bass? Viola? Wind instruments? Keyed instruments? Piano? Flute? I like how everybody's just suggesting stuff. Irish flute? Ha ha ha! I've never heard of an Irish flute. What's this? No idea. What's this? Learn the theremin. Used to play the flute, quite liked it when I was younger. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Shinji. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. Trying to remind myself why I want to use all my delve keys. I'm still getting my delve journey level. That's probably it. Doing extra 8s on my account is good for keeping my delve journey chugging along. I'm at 7, a little over halfway through 7. And 10 is the cap. Love the violin, but it seems complicated. Made mass progress. Have timed 11s and 10s. Made it to P3 Heroic Illyria. Nice. Congratulations. That's excellent. Yeah, if you guys are in P3, you'll get it finished. I have full confidence. No problem. Very soon. Had to Google what a contrabass flute is. I don't think I've heard of that either. We did Heroic Illyria and Heroic Beleren. And I think we did them both last night. I think we did Heroic Illyria quite quickly at the beginning of the night, and then we progressed Beleren for a while and then got that down. Took a couple of pulls on Heroic Midnight Falls just to kind of see it, and then took the rest of the night off. That's right, we finished early because I remember I watched the pit. Yeah, we did take down Illyria. She seems drastically easier this week, either through the nerfs or through the extra gear that my raid got, or highly likely both. She folded like a wet blanket. Yeah, Heroic Laura seems tough, and I'm fine with that. I would love to have one thing that is not finished yet when 1205 comes out, so I actually feel like I need to use my bonus rolls, and they're not just superfluous. Yeah, I think Laura's going to be pretty tough. It was funny when the memory game came out, and we're like calling it the first 3 shapes, and then she keeps going with 2 more. What the heck? I can barely count to 5, man. There's an add-on for the memory game, but I feel like I'd rather just do the mini game. I can count to 5, I just have to try. We only saw phase 1. I don't know what's going on in the second 2 phases of Heroic Lyra. levels are kind of relaxing. Although I was a little more relaxed doing level 1 Dells My Ult than I am doing this. I can have my pet tank, but I'm worried that my pet's gonna just die a lot. My tank is like, is this a good time to mention that my short-term memory is terrible? I started just for myself and my own benefit when doing the memory game, grouping them into 2 batches. Like instead of trying to memorize a group of 5, I would group the first 3 together and then the last 2. And I would shorten them to 1 syllable per. So if it was like triangle, X, circle, square, T, the acronym would be TRIXER, which is just kind of shorthand, and that's 1 word. And then, what did I say for the last 2? Square T, something like that, would be like the second word, and I would remember them as like a phrase. That was always how I used to do the Tortollan memory game, is I would assign everything like a 1 syllable shorthand that was basically just the first syllable of whatever the word was. And I would batch them together in little chunks. Yeah, for the memory game, you have to get the symbols into the correct order that was shown before. They have to be clockwise around the boss, starting from where the tank is facing, or where the tank is pointing the boss. It took us a little while to get the hang of. We did manage to do it on hard a couple times. Favorite hunter pet? Go! Oh, hyenas. I don't have one of this hunter, but that's kind of like a classic for me. One of my earliest hunters that I ever played had a hyena pet. And it's still kind of stuck in my head that that's like, like that little sound that they make when they aggro. Very, very nostalgic for me. I think I'm just gonna have some sticky notes under my monitor, rearrange them each time. I don't know if you're gonna have time for that. Oh. There is an add-on that people can use to like basically post the order as it comes up and then show it to the raid to kind of help the memory game. Wowhead was posting about it this morning. Besides, you just need 1 person in your raid that can remember it and call it out. You don't need everybody to remember it. Race to world first skills make it look so easy. Lightning Paw tied with the green Kajamite crab from last X-Pack. Gosh, I can't believe Undermine is already the last X-Pack. Bakar from Dragonflight with the Trixie Companion Bakar pet and a Bakar mount. I don't actually have a lot of healing for myself right now at this time. Nice. Makes me a little nervous on my hunter. Not gonna lie. I thought hunter would be my best delve class, but I'm having a better time on my priest. I'm having real... Oh, hang on. Hazel, did you ever venture south of Portland? Perhaps to Salem? If so, what did you think of it? I'd have to look at a map. We went to... No. Basically no is the answer to that one. We went to a hike. There was a hike that I think was south. Hang on. How many was it? Trail of 10 Falls. Let me see it on a map. I did it with Flabby and Silver Kitty. Silver Falls State Park. That's south of Oregon. It's basically, it's almost level with Salem, actually. It's east of Salem. There's an amazing hike out there. If you do end up in Salem, you gotta do it. Camping, hiking, trails, 10 waterfalls. It was incredible. Aside from that, no. I think the southest I went was like, I don't know, Canby, which is not not even halfway to Salem. It's on my list to do one day. It was gorgeous. Hunter, item level 260. It's on my list to do. Having real conversations with a raid leader about whether I'm willing to switch classes so we're not taking 3 resto druids, but we all feel like playing druids is a fundamental part of our WoW identity. That's hard. I bet you guys can do it without anybody switching. It just might take like a little longer progression-wise if you're missing raid buffs, but it's hard. I get the pressure to want to be that one person that just like takes one for the team and switches. I've just started deleting the Delve decor. Oh, nice transmogs. Thank you. You have a new background. I like it. Oh, thanks. I was rearranging my desk so that I could make room to have another aquarium in my office that I can see from where I'm sitting. It's right behind chat. It's right behind where you guys are. I have a shrimp tank. It only has 1 shrimp in it right now, but she's doing good. Hike Silver Falls State Park. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. You get to walk right behind a pretty large waterfall. It was cool. Only thinking of Salem, Massachusetts when you say Salem. Added to the list. That sounds sick. Yeah. Yep. How many more keys do I have to use? 2? Alright. Let's get on it. Fortunately, everyone's being chill about it, but also clearly we all recognize this is suboptimal. Lean in, show up to raid with matching transmogs, call yourselves the coven that will not deviate. Think of the cat from Teenage Witch, yeah. Yeah, Oregon was beautiful. I love the Oregon coast too. I like here a little better, but that's just because I'm biased. I'm from here. It's hard to beat British Columbia. Not a competition. Oh, she's got bread. Get that buffed. Do we have any actual food? I do. Should I slam a flask? I guess so. 600 gold feels kind of rough for just doing a delve, but I guess it's fine. If we get petrified roots, I'm sure it pays off. I'm gonna have my pet taunt for a while and I'll see if I can kind of get away with it. Tempted to run a tenacity pet instead, just for the extra damage, incoming damage reduction. I don't know if that's worth it. Like that she was guzzling that bread like a tankard. Go to Oregon or Washington coast every other summer. It's so nice. I've done Haystack Rock area a few times. It's always just a really relaxing vacation. Or it was anyway. I don't know if I'll be going back. If I ever travel to the West Coast, really want it to be Washington or Oregon. It's just like the most massive beach you've ever seen in your life, or at least for me. Around here, there are definitely beaches. And some of them are quite deep and sandy. Rath Trevor comes to mind. But for the most part, if you're looking at a beach on Vancouver Island, you can kind of see both ends of it without a whole lot of struggle. It is probably rocky and the water is probably really cold. It doesn't mean it's not gorgeous, but people tend to party at like the lakes more so than the ocean. A little warmer. Sea lions smell so bad. They can be so loud. You can hear them sometimes. If there's like a whole pack of them arping, you can sometimes hear them like across the sea. Like they'll be on an island and you'll be on the shore being like, well, there they go again. Someone set them off. That's where they filmed the end of the Goonies. Tenacity pet. Men pet talents, Valera's healer, run through 11's easy. They're neat. All the water mammals are just so cool. I'm kind of obsessed with all of them. Whales, dolphins, porpoises, otters, seals, sea lions, walruses. I almost said Tuskar, they're not real. Wish I was a marine biologist. They went through a phase, and I think a lot of people at my school went through a phase of wanting to be a marine biologist just because the ocean's cool. Now that I'm today years old, I'm almost a little bit glad that I'm not, because I think as amazing as it is, it's probably nowadays a tiny bit of a bummer. You know, once upon a time you were ringing the alarm bells about ocean temperatures and climate change and biodiversity loss, and now you're kind of like, welp, I guess we're doing it. I don't know. I don't know how you stay optimistic in that profession these days. Considered it, but had no idea what I was going to do with that. Yeah. Although you can see scores in the bedrock in some people's basements from the glaciers pushing all the stones and materials they picked up scraping across the rest of BC. Yeah. Made 3 trips to Tofino for Alaskan whale watching and never seen a single whale. Chartered a small skip plane. All there was sea lions every time. Yeah. Whales are magical and amazing. They kind of bless you with their presence when they feel like it. The whale watching boats do fine, although I'm not a big fan of them. I always liked whale watching from the shore with binoculars because you don't see them as often, but then you don't feel as much like whale paparazzi. Even though there's legal limits about how close the whales can get to the boats or the boats can get to the whales, there's still, I don't know, it still feels like we're annoying them. My mom is obsessed with whales. I think that's where I get it from. She'll house sit for people that have waterfront so she can, well, because she's a good friend and a great house sitter, but also because she'll bring her binoculars and she'll just like whale watch from like the window of an oceanfront house, and then she'll report back whenever she sees whales. I've seen orca from shore. I've never seen humpbacks. I think I would die. Haven't been whale watching in so long. It was so much fun. On our honeymoon, we actually saw quite a few porpoises, which are not whales, but they're kind of whale adjacent. They're sort of kind of like a whale and kind of like a dolphin. It's another mammal like that, but they're really shy. So it was really cool that they showed up at all. They kind of like rotate through the water. You just see like the fins curving over. Sharks and seals by the shore, but not whales, I don't think. Fishing is great for it, because if you're fishing from the shore and you're there like all day, you have a lot longer to just see wildlife come by, because you're not just going to the beach for half an hour, you're there for like 6-7 hours. You don't have to be, but it usually turns into 7+ hours whenever we go fishing, because nobody wants to go home unless you've got like a dog to get back to or something. But it's you'll see more wildlife the longer you stay there, and the longer you stay put, you tend to see like really cool birds and things swimming by to check you out. Went on a whale watching cruise in Alaska. Truly bucket list experience. My pets died. Am I ready for the end of this delve already? I haven't really been paying attention. I've been talking about whales. I don't know what's going on. Ritual disrupted is usually the end of the delve, though. If only I was a millionaire, I could own a home in P-Town or something. What's that? Where is that? Provincetown, Cape Cod. Oh! I know about Cape Cod because of one of my secondhand t-shirts is about Cape Cod ocean fish. It's the one that says stripper instead of striper. That's what I know about Cape Cod. That, and one of my guildies has parents that have a house there, and some of my guildies have gone to like visit with each other out in Cape Cod at so-and-so's like parents' house or something. Very gay, very cool. It's the very tippy top of the arm. Love Cape Cod. Yeah, t-shirt geography. I have a lot of secondhand like hats and shirts and stuff that are from various like touristy or gift shoppy things. And I kind of picked out ones that had sort of northern iconography on them, so wolves and whales and stuff like that. Polar bears, which means that I have quite a few Alaska shirts and like an Alaska hat. And it was funny because I was making small talk. I was chatting with one neighbor back in Victoria. And they were like, "Oh, have you been to Alaska? I see you wearing this stuff." And I was like, "Nope." Did you wait? But did someone you know? Nope. Etsy. Never been. Just think it looks cool. I am an Alaska poser. It was funny because that scenario crossed my mind when I bought the shirts, and then I was like, "Don't be crazy. No one's actually gonna ask. That's like an imaginary thing that you think in your head," and then someone literally asked. And it wasn't that awkward, but it was really funny because I told myself that was a fake scenario that would never happen, and then it actually happened. Okay, how are we doing? Also, I haven't been checking my gear to see if I've gotten any upgrades. I have enough of those. I got a Hero Track bow, which was nice. Champion legs. I think Glorious Crusader was good. I think I should have that on instead of maybe Libram or Saptor Paw. Now, one more we can do. Also, it's about halfway through the stream. I should take another break. I know I got a little one when I DC'd, but let's do a real one. I always get confused when I leave a delve. Like, did I actually leave it? I did actually leave it. Sometimes I'll end up wandering around the entrance of the delve thinking that I'm trying to find the world again. And then one more, and then I get to do some Sojourner side questing. I'll try and read some of it this time, but I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I also used to watch the Yukon Vet show. I went through like a little phase of like watching vet shows on Disney Plus or whatever. It was a few years ago. Sure made me afraid of porcupines. One more. We could do Sun Killer. We could do Grudge Pit. Oh, I love Grudge Pit. Never miss an opportunity to do Grudge Pit. Hi, Hazel. Nice to see you. Hello, Mehat. Happy Friday. Nice to see you. Scenery's so pretty in that show. Yeah. I was used to get so jealous whenever they would show someone's house and they just lived in like Alaska in some like gorgeous like wood beam West Coast home with like acres of property. Yeah. Living the dream. All Things Great and Small remake, pretty good. The UK one. Alright, we're gonna do Herondor. Northwest Territories, bucket list item for me. Yeah, I wonder which one I would do if I went north. Yukon, maybe? Mushroom mailing? Yeah, it's the champion story. Want to go back to Alberta? Let's do an 8. What I'd say, Mehead, is that I'm not gonna discuss moderation decisions on stream, but yeah, not an accident. That was... yeah. Tornagath as well as Northern Quebec. That's only if I ever have FU money since you have to get helicoptered in. Yeah, for sure. 14 above here, north of Sylvan Lake today. Enjoying a nice introverted day off with windows open, apple cider, and wow. Oh, nice. Excited to start working the garden. I'm gonna figure out what my next steps in the garden are. I've been cleaning up and kind of removing some of the brush from last year now that it's like properly spring, and I read somewhere that it's good to leave things like old flower stalks up over the winter so that like pollinators and other migratory insects can kind of like nest in them. So I did, but I feel like now that it's April, if you haven't finished nesting by now, I can't help you. I gotta get this stuff cleaned up. Could fall and spring be longer? Yeah, I wonder what like hot summer is gonna be like. Even leave up some of the sunflower heads for the birds? Mm-hmm. Wow, ow, 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 ow. There you go. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh. That's what I get. Don't even want to think about summer. I kind of want to get like some lawn chairs and just like lounge out on my lawn. I have like a little bistro set that I used to have on my balcony that we bring out on the lawn sometimes, so you can like have a seat, but you need something where you can put your feet up. All right, let's do maybe a smaller pole. It's these guys. It's the Neleus Nemesis pack. Dogs hurt really badly. Excited for fishing season? I am. I feel like a little bit of my excitement for fishing season has been supplanted by all of the other things that I have going on now that I've kind of got a house. And I think Flabby's carrying more of the fishing excitement, that he's really gotten into it. I'll definitely still go, but you know, if I get 2 days off in a week, and then on one of them I'm doing like a yoga class and then chores and stuff, and then there's one other free day, and it's like, well, there's yard work and there's housework, and there's also like wanting to just kind of like relax and sleep in a little bit, and then there's wanting to go like visit anybody or like go aquarium store, or you know, there's always something needs doing. It's hard to make the time, but I do need to make sure I'm making the time because partner really likes it. This said crabbing isn't for you guys. It's more so just about finding like really good spots, and also trying to find a good spot to get Dungeness from shore, because the red rock crabs were good, but they're not as, it's like a lot of shelling for not as much actual crab. Kind of a pain in the butt. Also, now whenever we're bringing seafood home, we have to be really careful how we're processing and getting rid of like any remains, because there's nothing that would invite a bear to your backyard quite like trying to compost and or store like a fish head, you know what I mean? So we do still bring home seafood and stuff, but like we have to, it's kind of a lot more work now than it used to be, because you want to be very, very cautious about bears. Fishing's kind of like the OG aquarium store. Yeah. This is why I want more than 2 days off a week. You don't want a surprise moose friend? I think my neighbors might frown upon me. Also, it's illegal. You can get fined for not properly securing things that are attracting bears. Bit of a public concern. You can absolutely compost fish and fish heads and stuff, but you best really know what you're doing if you're trying to do it in bear country. There is nothing that's going to attract animals faster than like fish. But if you can safely compost it, it's great for your garden. People buy fish meal like on purpose as like a thing. New office view looks nice. Thank you. I was rearranging so I could make some room. Oh gosh. Oh, I guess this is kind of a boss, that's why. I was rearranging to make some room for moving my shrimp tank in here. I now have my betta fish aquarium behind me, but I also have another aquarium that's kind of in front of me off to one side so I can enjoy my shrimp. Annoying trying to get it out of her mouth. Oh, cousin's dog found one near the garden. I think as a kid we once tried to bury a fish and then the dog dug it up. It's like, wow, you buried a treat for me. Thank you. This is so nice of you. Good starter fish tank situation. Thinking of getting some. 10-gallon is, I think, my recommendation for a starter tank size. It's not so big that you're like drowning in equipment, but it's also not so small that you're running into like huge issues with like the tank being too small for stuff. Depends on what you want to get into. Aquarium Co-op is a really good resource. They've got a YouTube channel, they've got a blog with articles, and they have some really good kind of level-headed advice about for beginners. Aquarium Co-op is what you're looking for. It's from a fish store out of Seattle, but good stuff. Accessible, which is nice. One friend who is too into fish tanks to ask. It's so... Oh gosh. Yeah, it's hard. There's a lot to know, and what I always tell people is that fish keeping is a little bit funky because it's a bit front-loaded, both knowledge-wise and also cost and equipment-wise and, like, work. A lot of the hardest work is just in your first couple of months of, like, getting started, and the first year is by far the hardest. And there's no real substitute for experience. You just gotta kind of do your best, get in there, and accept that you're gonna make some mistakes. Feel like a bad human when I kill our last fish, even though we tried so hard, so we are done. Yeah, it's hard. I used to just get heartbroken every time I lost a fish. And maybe I still will this time around, but the thing I'm telling myself now is that I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to freak out about little things, because I think sometimes you can make problems a lot worse by trying to, like, troubleshoot every tiny thing that you notice. Fish like consistency. So not going ham-bone bananas every time you notice, like, a little thing weird, and just kind of keeping an eye on it might be worth trying for me. And also, sometimes fish die and there's nothing you can do. Even the special assignment world quest can give you like 2k. Guess I will do that more on alts. Yeah, not a bad idea for raw gold. Anyone else feel like DPS Valir deletes mobs in 11s? Yeah, no, totally. I had that realization as well. Gosh, Hunter Delves are harder than I want them to be. Or at least I'm taking more damage. I know I'm using DPS Valir now. And Healer Valir would make me safer, but... I also want it to be over in a reasonable frame of time. Just gotta be a bit more careful, I guess. Used to want a big aquarium built into the wall of my future home, and I can't imagine how much work that would take. People that end up with really big setups tend to build up the infrastructure needed to deal with it without a lot of manual labor. The big ongoing piece of aquarium maintenance that most people will end up doing is water changes, where on a regular basis, either once a week or every 2 weeks or whatever it is, you're pumping water out of the aquarium, and then you're replacing it with new water. And that's kind of like your basic format for reducing waste in the water, getting your hardness to not build up eternally over time. Just kind of like a good backbone of maintenance. And at the same time, you can do things like a gravel vacuum or rinse out your filter media or whatever. And on a really big tank, if you're just using like a siphon and a bucket, that's going to turn into a lot of work. But usually by the time people get into huge tanks, they're not using a siphon and a bucket. People build all kinds of incredible like feats of plumbing to get like auto water change systems. People will have things hooked up to like hoses and spigots, and like people can automate all kinds of things if they do enough engineering of it. So usually by the time you see people with really impressive aquarium setups, they're not hauling water by the bucket anymore. For a 10-gallon tank, it's much easier to haul water by the bucket. You just dump it on your garden or your plants. I used to give it to my house plants. Good stuff. Not a problem. Pretty easy. Every 2 weeks? Every week, ideally. It depends on your aquarium and how heavily it's stocked and how heavily it's planted. And you're not changing all of the water, mind you. How much you change kind of depends on how heavily it's stocked and planted. Ideally, you have a test kit, so you're keeping a tab on how much nitrate is in the water, which is kind of the end point of fish waste. So, and you're just making sure it doesn't build up like eternally. I used to do 10 to 20% weekly, but it doesn't take very long. I can do all 3 of my tanks in less than an hour. It's pretty relaxing. I put in my headphones, do a little cleanup here and there. If you have a tank that's less stocked and has more plants in it, you can get away with longer because your plants are eating a lot of that nitrate out of the water. But if all you're ever doing is topping off evaporation, you do have to be careful that the mineral content of your water is not permanently creeping up, because water from your tap probably has some amount of minerals in it, and water that evaporates out doesn't take any of it with it. So if all you're ever doing is topping up evaporation, you can end up with like this hardness creep over time. People talk about it in shrimp tanks, so it's not a bad idea to change some water sometimes. Interesting, kind of bad at that sort of thing. Once your aquarium setup involves microcontrollers, I think your hobby has stopped being keeping fish and has become systems engineering. People always say you're not really keeping fish, you're keeping water. And then hopefully the fish enjoy the water that you're keeping. Did I get everything that I wanted to? Yeah, I'm just happy that I have my lights on timers. I felt pretty fancy for getting that set up. My lights come on and off at a given timer, so I'm not messing with it and making it inconsistent. Not messing with microcontrollers. I did get a little pump so that I could pump water back into my aquariums instead of having to pour it from a bucket, because I always used to make a huge mess every time I'd pour water back in. I think I'm done with my delves in this character for now. Had a 10-cent goldfish. Lived from when I was in 6th grade until my sophomore year in college. Yeah, they can live a long time. First and last aquarium was 2 of the big fish tanks at the government biostation in Nanaimo. Baby salmon. Turns out if the wrong food gets ordered, they don't do great. Not my fault. Oh no. I saw my shrimpy earlier. I'm excited about my aquarium plants that I've got this time around. I got some root tabs in for the root feeders. I've got a little bit of water column ferts for the water column feeders. Trying to dial in how to make them happy so they grow. It's like gardening and fish keeping. Plus, it's fun that the fish get to live in the garden. You know, like you're growing a forest of aquarium plants and the fish can just kind of enjoy the magic forest. That's always cute. I was just waiting for my Hearthstone cooldown, I think. You guys see Lettuce back there? Yeah, she's in her front corner. When I'm not in the room, she'll do other things, and she'll poke around her plants, or she'll take a rest in like her cave or whatever. But if I'm in here, or she catches sight of me, she starts doing this, and I think she's just begging for food. Either that, or she's trying to like threaten me out of the area. She's cute. If I have alts, I can do delve after delve, max rep. Yep. You get decent amount of delve journey, and it's warband wide for doing a bountiful delve with a key. And your alts can each get their weekly keys. I've been doing delves on 2 characters, and I am at delve journey 7. Coming along. Oh yeah, I picked up enchanting, that's right. Can sell a couple of my crystals. Oh yeah, I can't get rid of that one, I guess. Oh, maybe I can. It's also a great way to get crests for your alts for upgrades. Can I send any more? I've got some champion crests. Yeah, I can do a couple champion upgrades. And then it's time to do some side questing. Happy that I got my delve meta. I'm looking forward to doing the prey meta. Maybe next week I'll get lucky and the ones that I need will specifically become available. Let's take this to 6/6. And let's take this to 6/6. I like getting things to 6 because then it gets you past the hero 1 to 2 if you do get a hero piece in that slot. Leveling halts ASAP. Beta Anduin used to pretend to be stuck in things to get my attention. Rigged up a system so I could see him, but he couldn't see me. Watched him throw a temper tantrum and swim into his cave when I didn't come over fast enough. Aww. That's cute. I love it when they worm in places. Like, she's got a katapa leaf that sits in the bottom of her tank, and I've seen her tuck herself under it like a blankie and just, like, chill there. And you would be very concerned if you didn't know that she does that on purpose. Alright. Third alt time. Also, I'm making her a new mug. She's comfy, but it's summertime now. She needs something sunnier. Anduin's a very cute name for a betta fish. So she has... What are her transmogs? She's got this one. It's kind of like the villager ensemble with the chicken backpack. She's got like a pirate one. And then she's got the sweats we were wearing. Let's save her a new outfit. I want a chain kini. And then like some... So one of these two. Maybe that one. And maybe I should pick weapons that kind of... I guess whatever weapons I want, really. Two-handed axes, two-handed swords. Oh my gosh, she could use anything. That's crazy. Fist weapons might be kind of cool. I feel like there's really neat fist weapons I have that I don't get a chance to use. Delver's Journey in the book. The bar is kind of confusing. Delver's Journey. So like, yeah, this looks like it would be over 9, but you can tab this back and forth. All this is a progress bar through your current delve level. Even, it doesn't actually correspond to the bits underneath it, even though it looks like it should. Not the chainmail bikini. Well, I'm doing it. So she's gonna have that one. And she's gonna have not the bunny ears, it's too much. The bunny ears are cute though. I'll come back around to the helmet. Do I want to give her shoulders? Maybe I should do the pants first, or the weapons. Daggers, fist weapons, swords, axes, maces. I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff. Can't wait to be home. So many WoW things to do. Brown, rugged, functional weapons is what I want here. Holy. Why are we beating people with horns? The horn maces are so funny. I mean, they kind of go with it. I want the pants to be like pants. I want them to be kind of chunky. Yeah. Let's take the back piece off, but she does need either shoulders or something, because this is a little unbalanced now. Maybe some boots. Maybe like less intense boots. Can also just give her sweatpants. I have a problem. Kilts and leg wraps. Oh, there you go. That's not so bad. It's got like a little pocket knife on it. Let's get her a belt. Like an actual belt with maybe some buckles on it. I know there's a good one there, yeah. There's another one somewhere that's got like multiple. Ooh, that one looks nice. And then this one's got like a little flask on it. There's one that I swear is just 2 buckles. Weird little gladiator lady. I do have a mushroom staff. I don't want to use it though for this. Do I want shoulders or do I want a back piece? I'm probably going to use one or the other. Shoulders might be the thing. I can't see over her weapons. Let me see. Yeah, it's cool, but it doesn't really match. Staves. swords. And I think maybe just like a kind of normal sword, honestly. I guess I can always just go back until I find one that's normal enough for me. Yeah! Yeah, I messed with a normal sword with this, actually. It doesn't look quite so crazy. Two different normal swords? Two of the same normal sword. You could do a weapon enchant if you wanted to make it fancier. Various versions of them, but I also feel like you could just not. I haven't picked a weapon enchant illusion in ages. Yeah, that's nice. So those are Tarnished Dawnlit Commander's Mantle. You also get like the shoulder capes, or like the asymmetrical shoulder capes aren't bad. Not gonna lie, kind of into it, but do I want real shoulders? I might. I write them off so fast, like actual pauldrons. They balance out the look nicely, actually. That looks good. And then I feel like she needs different boots. That's the right profile, but it's the wrong color. It's funny how you gotta get the brown right. Yeah, there we go, that's better. And then I actually feel like we're cooking with this. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Not this. There's so many funny hats now. Oh dear. She may not end up using a hat. Alright, I've got goggles. I've got, I'm sure, actual helmets. Although I do want her hair to show, so I'm probably not going to choose like a super encompassing helmet. The scarf isn't bad with it, but I don't know that it adds to it sufficiently. It's so hard for me not just to put sunglasses. The split lens sunglasses. I feel like they just make any outfit look cooler. The candles weirdly looked good. She could have a crown. I can't with these. I can't not do it. Yeah, I love it. It's too good. All right, we'll keep that. I don't think it needs a back piece, but I'll try a few just in case. Give her a quiver just for fun. Forever using sunglasses and characters. I love them on gnomes. I don't think a back piece is the move. These scarves are cool, the little split cloaks, but I still don't think it's the thing. I think I'll go with no back piece. The treasure trove. Yeah, because I don't want to overwhelm it. I do like these osteo wings. I use them quite a bit, but I think in this case I don't want to overdo it. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna change the name of it to I don't know what, but I'll put it on the bar over there. Oh yeah, that looks great. I like the swords crossed on her back. I think it looks cohesive. It's not overwhelming. You can kind of enjoy the different elements in it. Everything's kind of balanced. You know, I feel like she looks like a character. She's ready to go. All right. What did I actually log on to this character to do, though? What am I actually here for? I was going to work on Sojourner. I think I put that in my stream title. We are now 2 hours into my 3-hour stream. Have not started yet. All right, we need 3 more quest lines for the Sojourner of Zul'Aman. So let's go to Zul'Aman and see if we can find him. Yeah, glasses vendor, exactly like Agamemnon saying. Next to the Orgrimmar or Stormwimar barber. You know, when you go to Stormwimar. Fierce fit. Yeah, that's a little more like it. I feel like she needs a motorcycle. I wonder what mounts go with it super well. Right now she's just using training post mounts. Here, let me get mount journal enhanced. Figure out what flying mount really suits this. Anyone else constantly fly through the Voidstorm portal when you want Harandar? Just me? Alright, so it has to be flying. I'm gonna kind of click through some of my rarer mounts. Ooh. It's pretty cool. We've also got like a bee. Honeyback hive mother. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. I like the black bee. I feel like it's moody enough for the sunglasses, but it's also the bee is kind of cute, like a gnome. Yeah, the bee suits her. This map is so unnerving, the plant worm. Alright. I am hiding warband completed quests. So the ones that I see in the map should be the ones that I need. Also, there's 1,000 gold up for grabs if I do this. Can't say no to 1,000 gold. Did I get any? Yeah, we upgraded we equipped all our upgrades already. I did do the recent trial style. I got everything from the vendor. Feeling good about it. Think of it as 100 gold per stolen equipment. I bet you today I can finish Sojourner of Zolomon. And then I'll only have one Sojourner achievement left, which is Voidstorm. Although I will have all of it. I have not done a single side quest line in Voidstorm. Maybe if I read them all, I'll be more endeared to the zone because I'll know what's going on. I should make sure I have dialogue UI on. I do. Okay, good. What are you guys most looking forward to from 1205? I know for some people it's prop hunt, or decor duels. For me it's probably bonus rolls, practically. Decor duel and new plants. Yeah, new decor pieces, yeah. New decor housing stuff. I wonder if it's from the Wowhead article that came out about that today. Let's do this one. Otherwise, not much. Completely forgot about bonus rolls. What's at the core duel? It's like a new mini game that they're doing where you'll be able to disguise yourself. It's kind of like hide and seek. Like one team's going to disguise themselves as pieces of decor in an environment and the other team is trying to find them. Pets at houses? Is that 1205? I don't think Pets at Houses is 1205. I would love to be wrong. Good morning, happy Friday. Good morning, Dougie Fresh. Happy Friday. I just want to play more. Popular enough they do a Plunderstorm style thing. Can see me and my friends going hard on it. Yeah, I hope it's fun. I hope they nail it. Alright. One side quest. Hello, it's nice to meet you. You are a child. What's your deal? Are you willing to help me? One of my guards died. I want to have a funeral. Okay. I got you. Clearly we're not starting with a cheery, bright, shiny one. Kind of miss Plunderstorm. I had so much fun doing Plunderstorm duo with Flabby. Solo Plunder Storm was kind of just a grind. At that point, I was just farming cosmetics, but doing duos was really fun. I like duo queues a lot. Stay down, don't give away my hiding spot. Alright, so we're finding his things for his funeral. And we're taking a tiny bit of revenge in the Twilight Blades cultists that killed him. You betcha. Hey, PvP still had fun with Blunderstorm. It felt a lot more manageable because you didn't have as many abilities to wrangle, and you didn't have other people throwing as many abilities at you. I liked kind of favoring like a certain combo. Like there were certain abilities that I felt better about aiming or using, and it was always fun whenever you found those. The add-on changing my waypoint, which I think is what you're talking about, is waypoint UI. That's what this is up here. That's waypoint UI. Phenomenal add-on. Very good. It's just reskinning the default waypoint and giving a little more info on them. Hi, Hazel. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. How's your day going today? I'm doing some side questing on my warrior. I spent a few minutes making her a brand new transmog. I feel like she's looking clean, looking fresh. I wanted to use the chain kini, but like build it into an outfit that kind of went with it a bit. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's been ages since I've worn pauldrons on purpose. No building a doom all as well. Hello, Mr. Sonic Gen. Good morning or afternoon or evening. Hey Hazel, hey in chat, hello. How you doing? Happy Friday. I don't really remember why I'm doing Sojourner quests, but I feel like I'll regret not finishing them if I don't do them. I'm sure they'll come in handy for a meta achievement of some kind sooner or later. Getting a letter from over there. And now we're just fighting stuff. I mainly know this area as the area where the Prey world quest takes place. Mostly what I know this from. Oh, I missed my kick. Jeez. They did not remove Hunter Pet Growl. You can still enable it or disable it. I also feel like they sometimes lose aggro. They also, Hunter Pets feel a bit squishier than they used to be. They die sometimes with what feels like no warning. Shadow Snake, thank you very much for the 29-month resub. Appreciate it. Oh, you get a finery fund. True. I like the finery fund sets this time around. The ones that we had in the War Within for the crystals, some of them were alright, but most of them were not really to my taste. I like that a lot of the finery fund sets, if you hide the shoulders on them, the chest pieces have like sort of really detailed arms and sleeves and open shoulders that look really nice on their own. A lot of the NPCs even are wearing those sets, but like without the shoulders so they can show off the open shoulder. Indels with my hunter. My pets can't hold aggro and even critters. Almost like they waddle up, body pull everything, Patty's hitting my face. Yeah, I've been misdirecting to my pets quite a bit, but they still, it doesn't really help with them dying. Happens. I've been kind of enjoying my warrior actually. 145. Oh, I love that I don't have to remog. Big fan of the new transmog system. I unlocked, I think, enough outfit slots as well that all of my characters have more outfit slots than I feel like they need. Most of my alts I feel I can get away with just having 2 or 3 different outfits to hot swap between. And then my main maybe needs like 5 or 6. I just came back to the game. Hunter feels way more squishy than it used to feel, but still a brain dead class, so I'll just get used to it. Yeah, gear helps too. It's mostly in delves that I end up getting into trouble. Only did 4 or 5 outfit slots. I didn't find it to be too expensive to unlock quite a few of them, but I ended up unlocking, I think, more than I need. I need one more. Hello. Yes. Who are you? Oh, it's that guy that I've been throwing a funeral for. I guess we're gonna free him. Does that mean the funeral's canceled? After you unlock the slot, you can change the outfit that's saved to that slot whenever you like. You have to pay a bit of gold whenever you want to save an outfit to a slot, so you'd be paying another like 1,000 or so gold every time you change it. But the slot's unlocked permanently, and it's unlocked account-wide. All of your characters will have it as available as a slot. Unrelated, but I love that Nightmare Delves. Nightmare Prey, give progress as a tier 8 delve in the vault. Means I have to do 4 less tier 8 delves than I did more within for full delve gear. Yeah. Yeah, it's been nice having 3 vault slots in my ult. Yeah, I figured that was what you meant after I read the rest of it for context. Plus, they're so much faster. Do they really name an NPC Death Chanter Mishmash? It's cute. What about daymares? Don't think I knew unlocking outfit slots was account-wide. Yeah. Which is nice. It's still expensive to save like a ton of outfits to the slots. But the nice thing is once you've saved an outfit to a slot, as long as you want to keep using it, it's completely free to hot swap between your saved outfits. I find myself like investing a bit of gold on my characters to save like a handful of their favorite outfits, but once they're set, I am entertained for quite a while because whenever I get bored of my Mog, I can just hit the button to switch to a different one. You can drag your outfits to your bar if you like, and then you can press on that button to hot swap them. In 12.05, it's even going to be macroable. Hello, Miss Kira. How are you? She just waits for me to pick her up now. She's like, hello, I'm here for my elevator ride. I mean, when you get new gear, you don't have to pay to remog it. Once you have an outfit saved, you can change out your gear as much as you like, and your appearance will still look the same. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Kitty. Return this in outside? That kid's gonna be so happy. Favorite guard's coming back. Oh yeah, that's true. You do have to pay if you want to edit one of your outfits. I still think I'm paying a little bit less overall because I used to get so antsy and I used to change my transmog between saved sets pretty often. And I had to pay every time I wanted to switch between them. And now, as long as they're both saved, it's free. I feel like I've come out ahead. Personally. Okay, we're yelling at her for caring, I guess. Thanks for rescuing me, but also you should have stayed home. Oh, baby girl. Coat looks good today. Do you think Idaho has a secret twin called You to Stay? Knowing Blizzard, probably. That's the kind of thing they would do. There we go. 1 side quest line down. Also a big upgrade. 2 left to go. Bloodstains and something vile this way comes. One of them clearly from over here. Have a look at it. Make sure I don't turn in my delve quest by accident. That's not what I'm here to do. Feel more content with my Mog sets a bit longer than I used to, especially using the situations feature. Yeah. Sometimes I use the situations feature and then I get cranky about it. Like I forget that my Mog changed because of a situation that I set, and I just get annoyed that it changed when I was enjoying the Mog I had on before. I do have such a cute town outfit. More tempted to change my whole Mog when I get new gear all the time. Oh, baby girl, you're so cute. Hi. Well, kitty brain. Anyone want to say hi to Miss Kira? She's here. Hi. Brush the cat. Precious baby. I'm glad she at least still wants to get up on my lap while I'm at my desk. It's kind of the last place that she'll seek me out to come hang out with me. Because she doesn't really get on the couch anymore, and she doesn't really get in the bed anymore. But she seems to like this. And as long as she still has things that she's excited and happy about, then I'm happy. Button didn't work for a second. Okay, do not turn in the delve quests. English, please. If you're asking about the realm I play on, Lightbringer North America. I can see something on this map, but not on the other one. It's going to be tricky if any of the quests pick up from an NPC that I turn in a delve quest to. Personal history. It might be. Supposedly it's right here. I'll try and do this without auto-turning anything in. Just check and see if it's on this same guy. No, those are just my Delver's Call quests. How many languages do you speak? 0.75. I speak most of English. Most of the time. Oh, I haven't got a bunch of new... There's a bunch of new, decor I haven't picked up yet. Just grab my marl. Do some shopping. Some idols of the Loa. You could read German? I saw the word server. I don't know what the rest of it is, but I saw the word server, and that one's English. 0.75 is a great answer. Yeah, context clues. More decor, more decor. A burning Amani pine cone. Incense burner. Oh, there's a pet I don't have yet. Oh my gosh, it's cute. Oh, it's a lot of marl, but that's okay. I need it. I don't have that one yet. Yeah, I'm getting dangerously close to out of marl. I've been spending it for decor lately. I gotta do more weeklies and stuff. I can't afford Eccleson's Updraft. Cauldron. Oh, these are nice. I like these. Oh, I want that one. I mean, I want all of them. I'll get all of them, but... Oh, Kitty, you're so cute. Okay. I don't know where to pick up this quest. What do I want to do here? How do I want to go about trying to find my last couple of quest starters? For Eversong Woods, I was able to mostly just find them on the map, honestly. One of them says it starts here. Maybe it requires a higher level or something, though. Let me wowhead it. Personal history. I did turn Warband completed quests off because if I had completed them, then I wouldn't need them for my achievement, is my logic. So I don't want to find the quest that I've already done. So it begins with Sojourner. Set in the center that's max level. Maybe that's what it is. Let me see. Quest giver won't appear until you advance the main storyline. So I might have to do this quest on my main. Can't see this on your alt. Go back to Silverman, use the campaign skip. Alright, let me just let me just hop back onto Ink so she can do it. Yeah, you can hide or show Warband completed quests on your map in-game. How are you today? You sleep okay? Do you like your treat this morning? Well, the Voidstorm ones, at least, we should be able to do most of them. But I wanna finish Zillimon. I only have 2 quest lines left, so I want to try and do them. Let's get into Shadow. I was happy to kill so many raid bosses last night. We're, I guess, 8 of 9 heroic now? Feels pretty good. See if we can get Sojourner Zolomon done. Clear out a little bit of... Do some repairs. Okay. So, we can probably pick up personal history there. Oh, I see the last one as well. Yeah, it probably just locked behind campaign progress or level or something. Anyway, we should be able to smoke through him. It's annoying. I want it, like, you can use alts to work on a lot of Sojourner, but you do run into little bits here and there. And every time I think I'm done the last one, I run into another one. You're such a sweet kitty cat. How do you get to be so nice? I guess I can start with this one because it's kind of up top, a little closer. Tomorrow is Saturday. I said I was going to do at least one decorating stream this week. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. Figure out what kind of room I want to work on. My house is so sad. It just feels so incomplete. I feel like I need, like, the basics of the house intact, so then anybody that comes through can at least feel like they've seen something and not just, like, 2 distinct rooms. Alright. What do you want? Reading the accent takes it out of me. We're fighting the Vile Branch, I think. You sure did. I remember you said that yesterday. To go out into the sunshine after work, or play WoW. You could go in the sunshine while the sun's still up and then play WoW in the evening, maybe. But depends on your schedule and life and whatnot. It feels like it's going to be warm today. Luckily on a laptop you could play WoW in the sunshine. I always used to try to mix outdoor time and screens as a kid, and I always found glare was my great enemy. Good timing, gnome. Free some witherbark prisoners from the Vile Branch. Sure. Hard to see, I've tried that too. You know what I really want? I really want like a comfy outdoor chair that I can curl up into and read a book outside. I think that would be the life. Would I actually do it? Maybe. Gotta find the right spot to put it. I feel like you want to be in the sun for warmth, but you also want to be in the shade for the UV protection. God. Sometimes I see people with like those Canadian Tire egg chairs. Yeah. And I'm kind of jealous. And maybe one day that'll be the thing. See you later, kitty. Also, I gotta turn my heated blanket off. I feel like we've reached critical warmth. You have described a hammock. Hammock chairs are bliss. Even just like a cheap, like flat, like sort of poolside lounger I feel like would be better than nothing. Having a yard's awesome. It's like my own private park. Oh, careful. Had a patriot that had good sun exposure. Would be out there all the time reading, put my legs in the sun, the rest of me was shaded. Kingly chair was glorious. How do you feel about privacy fences? Love anything giving you privacy. Fence, good. Hedge, good. Chair, good. Just want to be outside and not have anybody look at me. Like Adirondack chairs from my backyard. Yeah, those are comfy too. We had a hammock in the backyard of the house I lived in during college, and I don't think it was ever unoccupied. It's so nice being able to just chill outside with my dog too. Like have like my yard's fenced, so my dog can just kind of like hang out off leash with me. It's extra cute whenever he chooses to curl up like by my feet when we're outside, because like he doesn't have to. There's like a million other places he could be, but if he wants to hang out with me, then I know he must actually like me. It's cute. Love them for privacy, hate how they look. Yeah, there's gotta be an option that would, I mean, depending on budget and where you're placing it and what the rules you're working with are. I like having the yard be a place where I don't have to be socially on and like prepared to greet everybody that walks by. I like greeting people that walk by, but I don't want to have to always do it if I'm just going to be in my yard, because then I'll end up just hiding inside anyway. How private the outdoor space was a pretty big factor that we were looking at. Was either, is there a fence that kind of hides you from view a bit, or could you easily put one in, kind of thing. You know, do you have like a neighbor's deck that's like directly hanging over your yard where they're going to be able to see you every time you're outside? I think many of us relate, yeah. Growing up, our property was quite private. Like, there was enough woods between you and the neighbors that you weren't like in casual view of any of them. And you wouldn't be like running into or chatting with them really. So like you could just kind of run around the property and be with your own thoughts and never have to feel like you were in public, I guess. And I always liked that, and I was looking for it when I was looking for my own house. I've avoided my beloved coffee shop for that reason recently. Low social battery. Love people don't always have the energy for them. Yeah. Need a little recharge every now and then. Grew up in a big city, so I got used to greeting people. Doing my pet battle rounds in Draenor? Feel so bad taking on Ashley or stuffed Alec, but I need my pet levels. It's alright, it's not a beating that Alec hasn't taken already. I planted Italian cypresses 3 feet apart at the one place that a neighbor's upstairs bedroom window looks into my backyard. Worked great. Nice. Yeah, I don't even so much mind if my neighbors can see me, like, through their windows in their house or anything. I figure, you know, we're gonna live next to each other. They're gonna get used to me, like, I don't know, crouching in the ground looking at bugs or whatever. It's mostly just not wanting to, like, chat with anybody walking by in the street kind of thing. Or, like, not knowing whether or not, like, I don't know, riding the fine line of not being rude, but also not, like, intruding too much on someone who isn't prepared to engage. I'm just terrible at reading that. Do you like your neighbors? Yeah! Yeah, I do. I take a lot of context clues from my neighbors in how to fit in around here because I feel like they've lived here a lot longer than I have, so I try and watch how they do things and handle things so that I can blend in. Every time I enter stream with different hairstyle. Yep, that's true. I like changing my hair. Also, sometimes it's just a ponytail. Doing that with my new workplace. One more orb around here somewhere. Mom's neighbor, very nosy. Went to my mom's house. She was peering out the window staring at me. Came out and acted like I shouldn't be there. I was like, ma'am, I grew up here. Oh, hate that. Continues to do it to this day. Yeah, some people are just like that. I'm nosy in the sense that I like to know what's going on. But I would never, like, I don't know, do that to somebody. She asked my mom once if she should call the cops when I show up, and my mom was like, absolutely not. Oh dear. Willing to tackle passing neighbors if they will allow me to pet the dog, otherwise they get a nod in a small peckish way. Yeah. Yeah, the things I'll do to, like, pet a neighborhood dog. Or cat, honestly, if they'll if they're down for it. I love meeting people's cats. There's an orb somewhere, and I'm gonna find it. Ah, I found it. Told ya. Where are we here? Deliver the head of Knife Priestess Hezia? Sure. You betcha. Love giving the neighborhood cats names. Sad because 2 of our favorites just moved and it, like, halved the number of cats I see on our walks. Yeah. That's always hard. Although, silver lining, at least they brought their cats with them. You'd think it's a given, but some people don't, and it's messed up. Oh, this is true. Sometimes I wonder if the people that live in our old neighborhood miss Moose. I don't think they'd miss me because didn't know anything about me, but their dogs might miss me because I used to bring treats for their dogs. Do I need a striped snake biter? No, I have one already. But lots of people knew Moose. And lots of dogs knew Moose. Oh. Do I not have your head? Excuse me, ma'am, can I have your cranium? I need it for a job. Thank you. A few weeks after, they changed the treasure meta to not require it, but you can still get a mount for those 1,000 shards. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have the mount yet. I've been holding on to the shards at least. But I don't have the, It's like an eagle, right? Vile feather, maybe? Hexed vile feather eagle, yeah. It's a cool mount. I do kind of want that. I should work on that sometime. Pretty rare mount. Don't mind me, I will find my way around this hut eventually. Drop rate was ludicrously low, though. For the shards, yeah. What are they called? Vile Essence, yeah. You need like 1,000 of them? I have a few in my war bank. I don't think I have very many, though. My day's getting better already. Well, you're welcome. Is that not the end of it? No. Go enjoy that before you be on your way. Alright, there we go. Oh, some transmog. Don't mind if I do. Did disable the zoom for dialogue UI? Let me see. Yeah, I don't like it when it shoots my character, my camera around. I found it made me like a tiny bit woozy. I do like it hiding the rest of my UI. I prefer that. I don't like having to I think I find it a bit more immersive, but I don't want it to like punch in. Love your raid guides. Oh, thanks for making them. Thank you for watching them, Undue Effort. I really appreciate it. It always warms my heart a little bit whenever someone says something like that, because I do work hard on them, and it's nice to know that people see it. Not just throwing stuff into the void. It's easy to forget when you make YouTube videos that somebody might actually watch one of them. Grabbed the add-on yesterday, realized I hated the zooming in and out, so I disabled it. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty customizable. You can really dial it in. This is my last side quest for Solomon. I had more patience for reading them when I was doing it on my alt for some reason. Throwing stuff into the void, kind of what this whole expansion is about, though. I think it zooms in too fast. Maybe it zooms in too far. My son turned me onto them. A lot of people watch you. Aw. I got one more to do. I gotta get a lure video together. There, what do we want? The old bones can't keep up like they used to. True. I think I haven't been paying enough attention to the zone and the story so far to really know what they're talking about. I think it's too late for me to start reading now. Can I just come in here? I can. That's nice. Music's awesome out here. Next I want to try out Waypoint UI. Oh, that one's fantastic. You don't need to do anything to that one. 0% customization required. Just works phenomenally out of the box. We make people watch them between pulls if they're confused because they're so concise. Oh. My guild rolls them before we pull a boss for the first time, and I'm always pleased but like a little embarrassed. I've started putting them on myself just to refresh my own memory, because sometimes it's been a minute since I made the video, so I forget what's in it. But I turn on subtitles and I mute it because I can't listen to myself talk. It just makes me cringe too hard. I can't do it. I'm sure I sound fine, but it's one of those things. Even though I've edited it, so I've heard it before, I just can't sit there and deal with me. But the subtitles are actually in decent shape for those ones because I record those videos off a script and I just upload the entire script for subtitles. So it usually has the actual words that I said and not just what it thinks I said. For the raid video specifically. That's one way to warm up your buns. Yeah. Can't live without this waypoint. It just looks too nice. It's too visible. I feel like it modernizes questing a lot. Okay. Presumably I can survive mass pulling because I'm on my main. Undue effort. Thank you very much. Oh, 3 months in advance. Holy smokes. I really appreciate it. Shots. Raid Guides brought to you by people like you. The Waypoint add-on is called Waypoint UI. If you're ever looking for an add-on you saw on my stream, I have an add-on command that does that, pulls up that Google Doc. You can use it even if my stream's offline, and it'll give you a link. But yeah, I love Waypoint UI. I installed it in Undermine, and it was so nice for doing like the car job thing. Because it was so hard to see the other marker and how cluttered and busy Undermine actually was. Plus, I like an add-on that's nice and concise and doesn't mess with a bunch of stuff it's not professing to. It does one job and it does that job really well. Alright. Poison feasts, hex civilians, and sabotage the warlord's chest. You betcha. Did people like the car mount situation? Didn't play very much. It was kind of my break. It was controversial. I would say a lot of people struggled and found it very frustrating to drive through all of the clutter in Undermine. I think that, at least among our audience, it would err on the side of being a bit unpopular. I personally liked it a lot. But I would guess if we polled, there would be a little bit of an edge to people that did not super enjoy the car. Didn't click for me. Loved it. Liked it for the first 10 minutes. Yeah. Reports may vary. Protested Undermine by riding my snail mount everywhere. It's funny. Loved everything about Undermine except for Miscellaneous Mechanica. I would concur with that. I even liked chat lists. I did 100 of them. I became a part-timer. I can't believe they left Miscellaneous Mechanica in the state that it was in, though. They must have wanted it to be like that. What an insane drop rate. Thought the driving was fine. Undermine just felt a tad too small for it. I liked being able to customize my car to kind of make it feel more drivable and then adjust parts over time. you could change like your traction and your tires and your engine and whatnot to either slow it down or make it handle better. But that's not going to help much with like the first impression of the system. And the other thing that I felt really helped me was I had to kind of fight my own muscle memory. Because in WoW, my instinct, if I'm getting around, is to try to take basically the crow's path from point A to point B. And on the ground, in the car, it was usually much faster for me to actually drive past my objective and take a slightly longer route there that kept me on the major roads. Because often, like, the shortest path would have you going, like, through alleys or over things or under things, but you would get so stuck trying to do that it was way faster to just drive a little ways past it and take, like, a turn so that you could stay on, like, the major roadway. And I found as long as I kept on that roadway, I wouldn't really get my car stuck very much. But you had to... It wasn't as natural of a thought process to figure out how you were getting somewhere then. It was a bit just different. Oh. From this side, I thought someone was being burned at the stake, and from this side, they're just having a nice snack. Customizable horn was fun. Man, I think I used my horn like 3 times. They felt like one of those customizations to me that were like cute, but also basically useless. Something that you forget about pretty much immediately. It is fine to start WoW in 2026. Wondering why they did all the car stuff, didn't implement it to other ground mounts? I wonder if it was ever intended to be any wider than just Undermine. There is a lot of content. It absolutely can be overwhelming. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it if you want to, though. Very personal choice. No one else can really tell you what to do. I like the game, but I'm here streaming it 5 days a week. Of course I like it. I just want these treasures. Can't walk past them. Did the March raid tonight in normal? That was fun. Yeah, I like that raid a lot. I think those 2 fights are some of the coolest ones they've done recently. Oh, it's enchanting knowledge. My dog's dreaming. I can hear him sleep woofing from the other room. You can tell when he's sleep woofing compared to actual woofing because he sleep woofs with his mouth closed. So his barks have to kind of like escape his lips, like he goes. It's cute. You can try the game for free. It's free to play, I think, up to level 20 without committing to the monthly sub yet. Ooh, I'm gonna get a weapon arsenal for this. That's cool. Heirlooms of the Atalman. Oh, some of them are nice. Let me see the staff. And there's a ranged bow. There's a spear. Let me see the shield. Not bad. I decided not to worry about the Fanta rewards. I'm not too fussed about like the different promotions they're doing. I might get some of them, I might not. Now what do they want me to do? Slay echoes. I have 5 buttons on this bar, which is kind of more than I have in my normal spec. Hazel, will you teach me how to play disc? Oh, babe, I can't help you. I don't know. I am famously not a disciplined person. I am a holy priest through and through. I can direct you to the Wowhead guides, though. There's a person with a WoW house modded after some other game. Housing is nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that, too. What is a good class? Healing tank and dot DPS. I think the only class that fits that is kind of Druid. Feral Druid, I guess, has some dots for dot DPS. And can also heal and can also tank. Or you could teach them, just not well. I would be absolutely inventing every word I said about discipline. I have no idea what they do aside from maybe shield people. Not a clue. Yeah, Druid's got something for everyone. Exactly. No, you can only play one class and one character. But you'll have a couple of different specs to choose from. Druid happens to be a class that has 4 specs, which is the most any class has. It has a melee DPS, it has a range DPS, it has a tank, and it has a healer. Monk, as well as Paladin, are also classes that can do all 3 roles. But both of those have melee DPS, not range DPS. I would just pick something that looks cool visually, that you like the sort of vibes of, and then just give it a try and see. It's impossible to know what you're going to like until you've actually played them. And it's pretty easy if you find yourself not liking something to start over and switch to something else. I did that for years before I ever settled on a class. I started playing the game in 2009, and I didn't stick to a class as a main until like 2013, I don't think. I don't think I'm doing this quest very well, but it's fine. We're getting it done. So much easier to switch mains now versus classic TBC or Wrath. Yeah. Stuck to my OG character for 3 expansions. I adored her. I kept moving around a lot. I didn't only move characters, I also moved servers. I spent a long time trying to find my people and trying to figure out who I was gonna play with, and I tried having characters in different servers and joining different guilds. How do you feel about Midnight so far? I like it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun. Housing in particular is a huge deal. It's just a massive new format for collection and for customization and expression in the game, which are things that I really like. And I've also really enjoyed the dungeon and the raid content. I've been having fun in Mythic Plus. I've been having fun in the raid. Feels good. This should finish my Sojourner achievement, I think. I don't know what any of these buttons do. I refuse to read any of them. I think it's going okay. Vagar95, thank you very much for the 21-month resub. Appreciate it. Also, Goku Shika, thank you for the brand new sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks for picking me for your Prime sub. Okay. I wonder if I'm allowed to, like, exit the vehicle now. Probably. Yeah. Pretty cool here. Good choice. Heard Vagar and thought an LOL enthusiast was here. My first thought's usually A Song of Ice and Fire. One of the dragons, I think, was Vagar. Nice. There we go. Sojourner is Ulamon. Now, the only one I'm missing is Voidstorm. And then I'll have Lore Master of Midnight done. Plus, I bet I'm going to get lots of decor and appearances and stuff. I didn't know there was going to be a weapon arsenal from this. HOD for sure. I'm a boomer. I thought of relative of Sammy Hagar. Had to sub use your guides for raid for too many years. We got about 10 minutes left. figure out what I want to do for the day. I guess I can go back to my house. Have a think about what I might decorate next. I did my streaming room. I did a bedroom. I decided that I wanted to give my priest kind of a priesty space, do sort of a chapel situation. I'm probably going to need to collect a bunch of decor for that. I think I'm going to want to have windows, like copies of windows, copies of benches, tons of candles, that kind of thing. So I may need to make a list of the pieces that I want to use and then go through and get extras, because I think I'll need more copies than I have. Which server should I join? Most populated one? I find medium population is good. The problem with a super high pop server is that whenever, and it doesn't happen very often, but whenever an expansion comes out or anything that causes big traffic, those are always the first servers to break. I like a medium high pop server myself. It doesn't matter as much as it used to. Almost everything can be done cross-server now. There are a couple examples of things that are still stuck to your server, but most things are very flexible. You're not gonna ruin your life by choosing the wrong one. Need them to add moonwells for gardens already. Oh yeah, I got a phoenix egg. Hang on, I was joking I was gonna put it in my coop. Either my coop or my kitchen. I mean, I'm kind of hiding it in my coop. I don't know if anyone's gonna notice that I've put the blessed phoenix egg from Beleren in my chicken coop. So cute. Watched a house tour on YouTube yesterday. Had a small town inside the house. Blacksmith, toy shop, cafe, inn, bookstore. Amazing. If you're raising a Beleren, the HOA may have thoughts about that. I can't wait until they let me put real chickens down. This griffin is holding it down, but it's hard. I like my little hot tub. I like that I'm the neighbor up on the hill that's looking down into everybody else's yards. Think about what I'm gonna work on next. And there is Flabby's house. Yeah. I would need to, when I'm allowed to like group and save objects together, if I want to make this mimic real life again, I'm going to need to move things to the other side. Camera's over here now. Vertical monitor is right here. The computer is now under the desk, which this one clearly will not fit, because this is right where my, in real life, this spot right here is now where my shrimp tank is. That's where my shrimp goes. And then I've got, of course, a fish tank right here, so this stuff would scooch down a little bit. The desk pie doesn't get old. I like that a lot. What backpack is that? Dewy Vine Pouch? I think it's from Delves. Yeah, Dewy Vine Pouch. There's a few different colors of these vine pouches with a little critter in them that blinks. And they're from current season Delves. You can get at least one of them on the vendor. And then the other ones I think are drops. Yeah, Flabby's house hasn't changed. I don't think he's done anything different with it yet. I like this a lot. This feels cozy. This feels like a... I feel like I want a different cabinet, but it'll do for now. It's doing the job. These windows right here. These ones are for resonance crystals. Are they? Ornate ochre window. Yeah, resonance crystals. I would love a ton of those for my church, and maybe I'll do it. Plus maybe like some extra big ones for the ceiling. It's hard. The other version of those, I could run a lot of meadery. There's a similar one from Cinderbrew Meadery. It's going to be hard to get as many copies as I want. What I should probably do is I should probably scale down my ambitions a little bit chapel-wise and scale down the size of it. I think for the moment I stuck like a huge room on, but I don't think that's what I'm actually going to do. I think I was just joking about it. Because yeah, you can do, if I take a window like this. This is the meadery one. Is that maximum size? It is. That's as big as it gets. You can also... You can make them into skylights. And I feel like that might come in super handy. Being able to kind of have like a lot of light coming, like a lot of very warm light coming from one end of the room. But this room is obviously so massive that I think it would be really cool. It would be a big, heavy collection project to get enough furniture and windows and candles and whatnot to really make a big impression. I don't think this is Dinksy's Chapel. I think it's way too big. Let me mess with a different size of room. Yeah, look at how large it is compared to here's my office, here's my bedroom. That's the large room. It's ridiculous. Way too big. What about medium? Might even be small. This is small. I feel like you could do something really cute with the small one. You could fit the rest of your house in the large room, right? Hit housing level 9 yesterday. Time for me to do some work on my house. I think that still might be too big. I think medium is too big too. What about small octagon? Would this be nice? Maybe. I feel like the octagon rooms look really cool, but they're a bit difficult to kind of think about working with. Oh, I don't like that. My add-on is giving me a different slider. Left click to customize. That's kind of buried in other parts of my UI and I don't like it. I might need to turn that off. Whenever I see the large room used, it's for making multiple rooms in it. Yeah. Empty stairwell would be interesting. You can vault the ceiling. I don't know why. I'll worry about it later. I gotta go anyway. I gotta wrap up for the day. I'll have to think about it. The octagon room might be nice. No, not a new haircut. Just took my ponytail down, that's all. Oh. Empty stairwell rooms as they only come in small size? Yeah. Alright, I will be back tomorrow. I might do some decorating. Might do something. We'll see. I'll think about it. Appreciate the company. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep an eye on my YouTube channel. I'm going to try and put out a fresh Saturday news video tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning for Saturday. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.